Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Frank Puzzles, and this is today's easy level puzzle. And take that easiness with a grain of salt because it's considered easy by the people on the Logic Masters Germany forum, and there's a lot of really smart people there. Today's puzzle is called 7th Avenue by Full Deck and Missing a Few Cards, and here are the rules. Sudoku, skyscrapers, and cages. Standard Sudoku rules apply. The digits 1 through 9 appear in every row, column, and box. Skyscrapers. Each cell represents a skyscraper whose height is the digit in that cell. Taller skyscrapers obscure the view of smaller ones. Clues outside the grid tell how many skyscrapers are visible looking across the row or column from the direction of the clue. So as an example, this could be something along the lines of, I don't know, 1, 2, 4, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 6, right? This would see then in this direction, 1, it would see the 2, it would see the 4, it would not see the 3 because the 3 is shorter than the 4, it would see the 5 because it's taller than all the ones in front of it. So it would see 1, 2, 4, it would see 5, it would see 7, 8, and 9. So it would see 7, which is the actual value in that column. So every clue that's outside the grid is a skyscraper clue. And it says how many skyscrapers it sees in that column or row starting from that direction. So again, this would specifically see these 3 and these 4, right? Because they're not blocked by skyscrapers in front of them. The 3 is blocked by the 4. The 6 is blocked by all of the 7, 8, and the 9. So any of those would have blocked the 6 there. And that's how skyscrapers work. We also have cages, where digits in cages cannot repeat and must sum to the value shown in the upper left corner of the cage. And we have 5 cages all adding up to 7. So basically every 2 digits here adds up to 7. And as an example, you could have something, if this was, say, a 2, this would have to be a 5, because you know that those 2 digits must add up to 7, and if you had a 2 there, then must be 5 here. And those are all the rules. If you'd like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's go. Okay, so for this, we do know whatever this value is here. Well, okay, whatever this value is here. These 2 values have to be blocked by whatever here, right? If it's 3, 4, it's obviously has C7, right? So that means it has to see 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Assuming if it would be able to see these, but if it's 4, if it sees 4 specific skyscrapers for this, that means it's at minimum seeing 1, 2, 5, and 6, which is obviously greater than 3 or 4. Now, if you try 2, 5 here, similar problem, right? You see 4 skyscrapers, which is 1, 3, minimum, 1, 3, 4, and 6, which is greater than 2 and 5. And if you tried 1 and 6, the problem is, 1 you're definitely missing, right? So if you have a 1 here, you're not seeing that. So that means you have to you obviously had to see 4 here before you get to here. So you have to get 4 here, and then you have to see 5, 6, and 7 if that's the case. But if you have 1, 6, you're missing a 1 also. So you need a 5th one. So you're seeing 6, 7 at best here, and then you're seeing 5 skyscrapers before that. Well, the minimum without 1 and 6 is 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. So that means you're never seeing these cells here. And so therefore you're seeing these 6 and you're seeing this last one. Well, what is this last one? It has to be 9 because because if it's 9 is anywhere before that, you're seeing fewer than 7 skyscrapers. What about this? This has to be an 8 because if you have an 8 in front of these, you're again seeing less than 7 skyscrapers. So this is 8. This is 7 then for the same reason. If you have a 7 anywhere here, you're only seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 skyscrapers. So this is 7. Now here's where it's interesting, right? So you don't know how this turns out. But these two are specifically blocked. So if this is 1, 6, this has to be specifically 2, 3, 4, and 5. If this is 2, 5, it has to be specifically 1, 3, 4, and 6. If this is 3, 4, it has to be 1, 2, 5, and 6. So those are the possibilities here for this row. Well, interestingly enough, so similar here. What are the digits that can be seen? Actually, what are the digits in general that can be seen from a skyscraper and still seeing 7 skyscrapers? Well, if you have a 4 here, you would only see 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, which is only 6 skyscrapers. So this cannot be a 4. Therefore, this is 1 through 3, this is 1 through 3, and this is 1 through 3. Similarly, this is 1 through 3, and this is 1 through 3, right? These 1 through 3s means this has to be 4, 5, or 6 to add up to 7. Also, we see a 7 here. This also has to be 4, 5, or 6 too. Oh, that's interesting. So if this is 1 and this is 6, that would only see 5 different skyscrapers, right? You'd only see 1, 6, 7, 8, and 9 as possibilities. And then if you have 2 and 5 here, you have the same problem. You see 2, you see 5, and then 6, 7, 8, and 9, which is only 6 skyscrapers. Therefore, that forces this to be 3 and 4. This is 3 and 4. This cannot be 3. This can't be 3 either. We have a 1, 2, 1, 2 pair here. It's obviously not seeing this skyscraper in this set because it needs to see 7. And one of these is going to be greater than 1 or 2. Actually, both of these have to be greater than 1 or 2. So this 7 cell cannot be 3 and 4. It's 1 and 6 or 2 and 5. We're not sure which. Can this ever be 7, 8, or 9? No. Right? If this is 7, 8, or 9, it would see at most, say it's the least one, right? If say it's 7 or higher. You would see 3, 4, 7, 8, and 9 as the skyscrapers, and that's it. So this could not be 7 or 8. This can't be 7 or 8, and also it can't have 7, 8, or 9 here. Where's a 7, 8, or 9 in the column? Can't be here because, again, that would block the rest of the skyscrapers, and you wouldn't see 7. So this has to be 7. This is 8, and this is 9. Which means we have, in the remaining cells, 1, 2, 5, and 6. Well, say this was 1, 6. If this is 1, 6, the problem is that would eliminate 2 possibilities from these 3 cells. And that would leave only 2 possibilities for these 3 cells. If you choose 1, 6, or you choose 2, 5. So this cannot be 1, 6, or 2, 5. It has to specifically be 3 and 4. This is 7, 8, 9. 8 has to be one of these 3 digits, and 9 has to be, it could be here, but if this is 9, this column would not see 7 cells. So 9 can't be here, 9 has to be here, which makes this 1, 2, 5, or 6. What else do we have here? This is 1 or 2. It's not seeing this cell, so that one's already ruled out. 7 has to be one of these 3 cells. That doesn't help much. 9 cannot be the last one it sees here. So 9 has to be either here or here, and then here or here. 9 could be one of these two, but it can't be this one, because if this is 9, it would only see 6 cells at most. 6 skyscrapers at most. So this can't be 9, which makes this a 9. 9, again, cannot be any of the first ones in this column or this column. So 9 has to be one of these two, and then 9 has to be one of those two also. Which makes 9 one of these three, and then one of these three here. Okay, it's not seeing this cell here. This is, this needs, okay, this is 5 or 6. If this was 6, the 5 has to be in front of it. If this is, this can never be 6, because again, that would require 7 cells. Sorry, it would only see 6 skyscrapers in these cells. So this can't be 6, which means 6 has to be one of these three, which means this can't be 6. This has to be the same digit as that one. This could be 5, which would force that to be 6, which is fine. What else do we have? This digit is 4 or less, and it can't be 4, right? If it's 4, it could see 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But if it's 5 or more, it can only see 6 skyscrapers, when we need 7. So this has to be a 3 then, because it cannot be 4. This is 5 or higher, 5 or lower. So this is 4 or 5. This is 6 or lower. It could be 5, 6, or 4. This is 7 or lower. Okay, so 9 cannot be here. So this is not seen, and this is not seen. Which means these all have to be seen. So this is not seen, right? Because it's already blocked by the 3. And this is not seen because it's going to be blocked by the 9. So all the rest of them must be seen. So this must be, all of these must be seen. Which means 9 cannot be here. Because if 9 is here, it'll block 2. So this can't be 9, which makes this a 9, which means this can't be 9, which means this has to be 9. And then all of these have to be seen because these will be blocked. So we don't know what's here. This could be, this has to be greater than this, so it cannot be 4. Because if this is 4, this is 5, and it's blocked. This is greater than this, so this is 6 or 7. This is greater than this, so this is 7 or 8, but it cannot be 7. Therefore, this is 8. Which means this is 4, 5, 6, or 7. We're not sure which because of the 1, 2 pair. It cannot be 1 or 2. This has to be seen. That means it cannot be 5 because that's then you only see 5 digits including the 5, and then this would be 6, so that's not allowed. So it has to be 2, which makes this 1, which makes this 2, which makes this 1. So we see 1, 2 here. Because again, could not be 5, it can't be 3 and 4. It has to be less than that, and it can only be 2 to be greater than that. This is a 1, which means this cannot be 1, 6. Which means this, where is a 6 in? Again, it's not in this row, it's seeing specifically. So these are fine. So we can remove the coloring here. Now for this row, we need to see all of these and not this one, right? Because those will be blocked. This is all obviously seen. Well, where is the 6 in this row? Can't be any of these because they would not see 7 skyscrapers. Can't be this because it can't be 1, 6, so it must be here. So this is a 6. So we now know this is fine. We're going to just remove the coloring here. This still has to be green here. This is 6 now, which means these are blocked, which means it must be seen here. So this has to be seen to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Therefore, this is a 5, which means this can't be 5. This is a 5 here too. This can't be 5 or 6. This is 1 or 2, which makes this 5 or 6 here. Because one of these are 1 or 2. This has to be a 5 here. This is a combination of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but this can't be 2, so this can't be 5. If this is 3, it's not seen because anything that would be here would be greater than it. So this can't be 3, which makes this a 4 or 5, which makes this 2 or 3. This has to be shorter than this, so this is 3 or 4. This has to be taller than this, so this is 5, 6, and it could be 7. This could be 6, 7, or 8, and we're not sure which. 8 is one of these 3. 8 is one of these 2. We have a 5, 6, 5, 6 pair in box 4, which eliminates 5 and 6 in the rest of the box. Therefore, this can't be 5, and this can't be 6. So this is 7, this is 4, which makes this 5 and 2. Therefore, this becomes 3. This is 7 and 9. That's fine. This can't be 7 anymore. This becomes a 2, 8 pair. Those are the only digits remaining in the box, and therefore this 2, 8 pair eliminates 2 in the rest of the row. This can't be 2, therefore this is 1, which makes that a 2. This 2 means this has to be a 5 to add up to 7. So this can't be a 5. This is a 6, which means this can't be a 6. This can't be 5 anymore because of this 5, so that makes this a 4, which makes this a 5. This 4 makes this a 3. This has to be greater than 5, so this is 6 or 7, but can't be 6, therefore it is a 7, which makes that an 8, because it has to be greater than a 7, so that's 8 to be seen, right? So this is all satisfied, so we don't need to color that. We now have this is set, because this sees 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, that's 7 skyscrapers. This sees 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is 7 skyscrapers. This sees 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9, which is 7 skyscrapers. And this sees 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, and 9, which is 7 skyscrapers. So now we just have to do the ones that are going from the bottom to the top, right? We know 9 also has to be one of these 3. Okay, so this... we know we can see 8 and 9 here, so that's 2 here. It will not see one of these cells here. And 6 cannot be here, because then that would only allow us to, well, actually, 6 could be, no, because then this would see 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you see 5, 6 at the most skyscrapers. So 6 cannot be here, which means 6 has to be one of these 3, and therefore has to be, this is 6, 8, and 9 triplet here. These are 1 through 4. This will only see 2 here. This will see third, so a third one here, and then a fourth one here. So it sees 4 already, and it needs to see 3 more here. We know 1 is here and 2 is here. So it will see both of these. It will see 2 out of the 3 here. It might see this one, or it might be blocked. We're not sure exactly. Oh, these 2 form a set. This can't be 2. This is a 4, 6 pair. So 4 and 6 cannot be here. You also can't have a 2 here. And what are the digits remaining in this row? It's specifically 1, 3, and 5 as a possibility, as the lowest possibility. So that means if you see 1, 3, and 5, that's 3 cells, 3 skyscrapers you can see, and then the rest you have to see 6, 7, 8, and 9. So then this has to be 1, 3, 5. Which makes this, and it has to be in the order too, because it has to see all 3 of them. So it has to be 1, 6, 4, this is 3, and this is 5. It needs to see a 6, none of these are 8. These could be 1 or 6, but this can't be 1 here. Therefore, this is a 6, which makes that a 1. Remaining digits here are 3 and 4. This can't be 3, so this must be 4 and 3. It's not seeing either of these two. This can't be 1. So the 1 it will not see at all. Therefore, it must see 3 in these digits. This can't be 9 because, again, it sees only 2, 3, 4, 5 here. Well, okay, yeah, it will only see 2 because the 1 is blocked because of this. We know that for certain. So this has to be 7, 8, 9 here to be able to see all the digits, right? All the skyscrapers. And that's satisfied. This can no longer be 8, and this can no longer be 9 here. Well, the 1 not being here means we're only seeing 3 digits here, at most, 2, 3, and 4. This can't be 3 or 4. If this were 2, this would see only 2 digits, and then you would see 3, 4, 5, 6, but that's not allowed. So this can't be 2, this has to be a 1. This has to be a 2, this has to be 3, that's a 4, because it needs to see 3 digits, because it cannot see all 3 digits here because 6 is blocked. Therefore, it must see a 9 somewhere, and if the 9 were here, that would only see 6 skyscrapers, because these are seen and this one's not seen. Therefore, if the 9 was here, that would only be 6 that it sees in that direction. This is 9, and it needs to see the 8. So this is 8. So it sees both of these, and then does not see this, which makes this a 6. And now we can finish it all just through normal Sudoku. This has to be a 3 because it can't be 4. These can't be 9. Therefore, this is a 9. Remaining digits in row 3 are 1, 2, and 6. Well, this can't be 1, so this is 2 or 6. This can't be 6, so this is 1 or 2. This could be any of them, so 1, 2, or 6 works there. The remaining digits here are 2, 7, and 8. This can't be 7 or 8, therefore it must be 2. This can't be 8, so this is 7, because the 2 is already done, therefore this is an 8. This can't be 2 anymore, so this is 6, which means this cannot be a 6. Remaining digits here are 4 and 5, but this can't be 4, so this must be 5, which makes that a 4. Okay, remaining digits in this box are 1, 2, and 7. This can't be 1 or 2 because of this 1 or 2. So this must be 7. This can't be 2, so this is 1, which makes this a 2, which makes this a 1. Remaining digits in row 1 are 5 and 8, and this can't be 5 because of this 5. Therefore, this is 8, which makes that 5. This 8 means this can't be 8, so this is 2, which makes that an 8. Remaining digits here are 6 and 7, which still could be either of them. Remaining digits here are 4, 5, and 6. This can't be 5 or 6 because of the 5, 6 in the row, so this must be 4. This can't be 5 then, and it can't be 4 already, so this must be a 6, which makes that a 5. Remaining digits here are 1 and 4. This can't be 4, so this must be a 1, which makes that a 4. The remaining digits here are 2 and 6. This can't be 2 because of that 2, so this is 6, which makes that a 2. This 6 means this can't be a 6, which makes that 7, which makes that a 6, and then we fill out the remaining digits. This is a 7, and this is a 3. And that's how you solve it. Pretty cool. I like the use of, well, obviously I like the use of all the 7s to limit things. Particularly the 7 skyscrapers. That was actually very interesting to see how the cages force certain things. I'm not sure how to describe why I knew this was immediately, like, very limiting here. I just knew that it was. And trying to explain it was, I don't know if I did a good job of that, but... Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this solve, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.